Hello, 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 and welcome to coffee time again, even though it's water. Adam's Ale. But water time just hasn't got a ring to it, has it? Top story, breaking news. The breed of dog known as the XL Bully will be banned, apparently. Rishi Sunak has put his foot down. And we've got a little, let's see, there he is, putting his foot down. And there's some footage of an attack there, but we won't watch that because oh dear, that was a 10-year-old being attacked. Oh, and a man has died. I've been set upon 2 dogs this morning. It broke this morning. It's all happening there again. It's hard to ban a breed. You know, we had this all before, back with the Dangerous Dogs Act in I think it was in the 90s, when it was pit bull. American pit bull style dogs, and bullies are just an extension of that, really. Any dog with a round head is bad news. You want dogs with a nice muzzle. Can't go wrong with a border collie. But yeah, Sunak posted a video announcement to X. I still can't. It's Twitter. I can't help it. He has announced that things cannot go on, and we're going to break the pattern of behaviour by banning these dogs. Now, again, really, as I've said before, we need to make the sentencing of the owners a lot more serious. There needs to be a new. Well, there is crime. I think isn't there a crime of letting your dog out of control or something? There is already the law there, but maybe we need to just beef it up somewhat. And like I say, send them down for 5 years when everyone gets bitten by a dog, and everyone would take it seriously. Remember, it's not the dog's fault. It's the owner's fault at the end of all of this. Meanwhile, surprise, surprise, Kelsey Priest, consumer news. That's a washing machine. Don't know if the microphone's picked that up. I've got a noise suppressor, so sometimes it comes out. Like it might not say that. But yeah. Supermarkets have been accused of running a scam. What scam is it? Well, it's the loyalty card scam. It's been running for years. Tesco's and Sainsbury's and whatnot. But evidence uncovered by which is a question mark, reckons that they boost their prices and then cut their prices to make it look like you're getting a better deal. I mean, it's like, duh, really? I mean, I think if you don't realise that, then, you got to ask yourself, were you dropped on your head as a baby? This is all part of the cunning plan of any shop. It doesn't have to be supermarkets. Whenever there's a sale on, they've often raised the prices and taken it back down to the RRP. Anyway, here's a little infographic. Look at that. Regular price, club card price. And and it's the same with Sainsbury's as well. They've singled out Tesco and Sainsbury's for this. And look, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you think you're getting a good deal, you're not. But that's the whole point. The recommended retail price is just that. And it doesn't actually take into account inflation and electricity bills. And again, when I had a shop, it's very hard to sell things, especially when you're an independent trader. It's very hard to make any money out of it. On a box of a wholesale box of chocolate, you're lucky if you make £1. So you put 10p on or 15p on, and and try and if somebody steals a single bar of chocolate, that's literally your profits gone. Again, somebody who's actually worked at the coalface of retail, I understand why they do it. But yeah, boo, hiss, Tesco and Sainsbury's or something. So, and they've got more. We go from that to Shoplifters again, and we have some footage of shoplifters in John Lewis and Iceland. Iceland boss reveals that his workers have to put up with shoplifters threatening to inject them with needles that are supposedly HIV infected. 21st century Britain for you, that is. 21st century. Ah, boy. Ah, boy. I'll do that in a minute. Let's go do some court news first. Did you have a problem with your coronation bunting? Well, Julie Andrews did. Sorry, not Julie Andrews. Julie Anderson. Sorry, it's me dodgy eye. I've got a sore eye here, and you should see this. I don't know if you can get. Do you see the lump I've got on my eyelid there from the last? Oh, I'm going to be like Hans Moleman by the end of this. It's like sore eye. I can't see. My vision is impaired. I cannot see. Julie Anderson from Putney was accused of racially aggravated harassment of her neighbour, Marcia Eloise Worrell, and her daughter, Alana Ruku, between March the 1st and June the 12th this year. This was heard at Wimbledon Magistrates Court. The story goes is there was a little bit of a spat over some coronation bunting. Yeah. Julie Anderson, right, had some Union Jack bunting up because they describe her as a royalist in the article. And her neighbour took umbrage at this and decided to take it down. So she recorded Miss Worrell taking down the flags. But Anderson could be heard repeatedly shouting at her in the footage, "F off," and you're a see next Tuesday, and other expletives, right? Meanwhile, Miss Worrell said she would shout at me, "There's no black in the Union Jack." It is factually accurate, isn't it? Because it's red, white, and blue, I suppose. And she reckons her behaviour escalated during the coronation when she was asking people if they knew how to sing the national anthem. Is that racism? I don't know. But anyway, here's Anderson. But she claims in court that she's actually the victim. With her, she said that her neighbours harassed the out of me, and here are the neighbours. Now, again, if somebody's removing your bunting off of your property, isn't that like trespass? Isn't that criminal damage? Anyway, apparently she would also pass her neighbour singing "Morning Has Broken," and as she walked past, she would deliberately emphasise the word "Blackbird has spoken." Is this racism? Maybe she really likes. Maybe she really likes Cat Stevens. But yeah. So it went on. This went on, and this is where the neighbours live. Well, it's a bit of a close call, isn't it? Right. Anyway, Anderson was found guilty of being a racist because of her bunting. Yeah, she was found guilty of harassment. But she was cleared of racially harassing us, sorry. So she's not a racist. Just she's cleared of harassment, but found guilty of harassing. And cleared of harassing Miss Roku too. And she was bailed for pre-sentence report for October 13th. So there we go. Be careful where you put your bunting. Okay. Neighbours from hell. Just look. Best thing is just live in the middle of nowhere with no one around you. I think moats should be a feature, shouldn't they? Bring back the moat. Mind you, it'd be tough for the Amazon man, wouldn't it? I'd have to buy him a dinghy or something to get across me moat. Now we have top news. We're going from bunting to the most annoying crisp to eat in public. Yes. What is the most annoying crisp in public? This was a study. Scientists have studied the noise of crisps. And I'm not joking. If actually they went all in there and measured the decibel crunch of each crisp. Top quality, and we've got a nice little picture here to illustrate what crisp is the loudest. Now I wonder which one it is. Any guesses? Well, here we go. Well, the least loud that tested was Monster Munch, 66. Quavers. Oh, sorry, no, they've put it in the wrong order. I'm reading it the wrong way. It goes left to right and then right to left. So Skips is the least loud, followed by Watsits, 56 decibels. Walkers, 61. Quavers, 62 decibels. Monster Munch, 66. Pop Chips, 66.83. McCoy's, 66.67. Sorry, 68.67. Doritos, 68.83. Knick Knacks, a personal favourite of mine. God, I haven't had a Knick Knack in my mouth for ages. 69.17. And finally, the loudest Hula Hoops, 74.50. Hula Hoops, they got a bit hard, didn't they? But they got a bit hard. So there you go. Scientifically proven, the noisiest crisp. That's the story. I've got nothing more. Now I've got to find. There's a lot of Meghan Markle coverage of the Invictus Games. Apparently, she wore £17 earrings, and they even employed a lip reader to see what she was telling Harry what to do. I'm joking. She probably was. I don't care. She seems nice enough. I just think it's all been blown out. But I think it's Harry's the problem, isn't it? Anyway, let's go to Welsh Wales, shall we? Because Mark Drakeford has caused fury, they say. And why? Why is Mark Drakeford made everyone angry? Here he is, meeting King Chuck III. He's saying, "All right, boyo." That's Chuck saying that. I don't know what Drakeford sounds like. Oops. Well, I can only do the guy from Ivor the Engine in a Welsh accent. Hello, Ivor. That's what I can do. Ivor the Engine. That's a very specific frame of reference, isn't it? But anyway, what has Mark Drakeford done? What has he done to elicit fury and outrage amongst the Welsh? Has he banned the dragon? Yeah. No. Has he taxed the daffodil? I do not know. I'm the Welsh contingent. I think it's just pain, isn't it? He's not even watching. I question his faith in these proceedings. But anyway, yeah. The reason Mark Drakeford has annoyed everyone is there's a new 20 mile per hour zone limit that's going across Wales from Sunday, right? And they're branding it a ULEZ style plan, right? It's not really as ULEZ, is it? It's not really. He's not charging people to go 20 miles an hour, but they reckon it could cause a £9 billion blow to the economy. What? Just by slowing your speed? Look, it's a good thing. In residential areas, it's a good thing, but in the countryside, I think people should be allowed to drive as fast as they can, because we need to weed out the stupid people. We need to get our Darwinism in effect, don't we? And so this is why we have speed limits, so the stupid people can wrap themselves around lampposts. Do you know what I miss? Do you miss them? The little tributes at the side of the road. Do you remember that was a big thing, wasn't it, in the past? You'd see teddy bears and rotting flowers, and balloons that had deflated at the side of the road where some chump had, done a Mark Bolan. What was it? Hashtag too soon. But yeah, so here's a little map of. Oh God, it's an interactive map. What have I done? I don't want an interactive map. But yeah, this is a map. And apparently, the 20-mile limit is in orange. Well, look, I think they're blowing this a bit out of proportion because Wales, as far as I know, is very big. And that is very small. And can you see where these little orange bits are? I've got a funny feeling that they're residential areas. So, non-story. I don't think anyone's outraged, and I don't think it's going to cost £9 billion to the Welsh economy, do you? But there you go. But Welsh Government's interactive map crashes amid surge of online traffic. Get it? Online traffic crash. Website crash. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Oh, this is health news. Going self-isolation again. Yeah, this is for kids. Authorities in England have issued letters to parents of school-aged children urging them to check that their youngsters have had both doses of MMR, that's measles, mumps and rubella vaccine. And if you haven't, children could be facing a 3-week self-isolation because there's been a massive rise in measles. And yeah, they'll have to self-isolate. Now again, people think, oh, measles, childhood disease and everything, and it is, but it can kill you, it can send you blind, it can send you deaf. It's a virulent old thing. And again, I had the measles as a kid. We didn't have MMR. I had to go through it. But yeah, they reckon an outbreak in London could hit up to 160,000 people. And as you can see here, this is the percentage of 5-year-olds protected, and London has got a major issue. Everywhere else it's all right. I think you've got a fairly decent coverage, but London, I wonder why. Because again, many people have come here, and they don't have the same health service where they've come from, and so everyone who comes in should really be, checked and vaccinated before they move around. And also, there's also the language barrier. They might not necessarily know to get their children vaccinated. And I don't think enough is done to educate incomers about our health system and what is expected of them. So that's probably why that's happened. Also, we got... NASA's report into little green men. I'm not talking about Norfolkers. Was yesterday, and there was a big, something like 1.5 hour live stream. I didn't watch it. It's too long. I just want it condensed. I want it in a pithy, tweet. But yeah, during the presentation, they said they can't rule out alien technology is operating in the Earth's atmosphere. No, they didn't say that, did they? They didn't say that. But they wanted to dispel the negative, the negative perception surrounding UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Yeah, NASA panel comprising 16 experts have compiled the report. And they reckon that most of the time it was probably terrestrial things that were causing the anomalies. But for that tiny little percentage, they just didn't really know. So that's it. Sorry. No conclusive evidence either way. Good news, everybody. The students have gone back to school. Right, students are going back to school, and it's Freshers' Week. Yeah, and the Health Security Agency has warned. Right, has warned the kids. Use a condom, kids, because there's been a massive rise in gonorrhea. Who'd have thunk it, eh? We were all going to die of AIDS back in the 80s. Now it's gonorrhea. But yeah, gonorrhea cases have skyrocketed to 82,592 in 2022, which is they reckon it's a 50% jump from the previous year, which was 54,961. And it marks the highest figure since records began back in 1918, when all those men came home from the war with a drippy dick. But yeah, young people aged 15 to 24 most likely to catch the infection, also known as the clap. Hey. And Liverpool, London and Manchester are the country's hotspots. That's what you get afterwards, isn't it? You get a hotspot. And yeah, they've done a little, they've got a little, again, an interactive map with the hotspots where you could get drippy dick. Just stay at home. I've been telling you to stay at home. There's enough porn on the internet to keep you going. Trust me. So, yeah, gonorrhea. And there's a really handy, look, what is gonorrhea? You can read up on it there. Remember, thick green or yellow discharge from the genitals. That's all you need to know, really. That's put me right off. I've got anything else? Is there any other? I think we need something funny. We need something funny. Are there any? Oh, here we go. This is a weird one. We're going to California, and this is at Devil's Slide. Right. And they don't know what this thing is and where it's come from, but someone has built. So I'm just waiting for it to loop round. A house, a structure on the cliffs. Look at that. A ramshackle makeshift property. I mean, that's some good real estate. That would be, it'd be pretty difficult if you put the cat out of a night, wouldn't it? Put the cat out, yeah. It's in the ocean. It's in the Pacific. So yeah, that was detected by drone back in December last year. And San Mateo County, the police authority, said that since the structure is on the ocean bluffs, it's not located on county land, so they have no authority of it. So they don't know, it's in like a no man's land. Yeah. Meanwhile, consumer group Which decided if they could put AI to work and get them to book some holidays for them. Yeah, they put 5 AI systems, including Bard and ChatGPT, to the test and set them 10 questions to help them book a vacation, a holiday to Greece. And it didn't go well. Right? Though Bing Chat was probably the best one, and that suggested going to Kefalonia. Right? And it's like, which is one of the top places to go to, even by which standards themselves. But what they reckon is that a lot of the replies sounded like backhanded sales pitch. So when they asked for car hire, Bing offered up one, I won't name the car hire company, offered up one car hire company, and it sounded like the language was lifted straight from their press release. So it could obviously search for that. And there was also some very dodgy hotel recommendations from ChatGPT. So yeah, what's the tip there? Don't use AI to book your holidays. I read somewhere of a judge the other day actually recommended it because he's been using it. This is a British judge, UK judge, is using AI to help him write up his case notes and reports. You think, really? Meanwhile, more consumer news. Now this is a story of Chantel Osman, right? And she lives in Exeter in Devon. I think they've got this one. I think they've got this picture off of her Facebook page. Something for the dads, maybe, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, she found herself hit with a £63,000 water bill. But what she hadn't known is there was a leak. Her house has sprung a leak. It was due to a faulty pipe at her home, and yeah, she noticed immediately there was a problem when she moved in, and her first water bill was £22,243 back in March 2023. And she contacted South West Water, the company that's responsible, and yeah, there was repairs, but it took until Tuesday, the 12th of September, for the company responsible, the housing providers, to come and do the work, which was discovered in flower beds just outside her flat. And in the meantime, she racked up further charges of £40,000, leaving her with £63,500 bill in total. And we've got some pictures of the muddy work. It's just a hole in the ground, kind of big and kind of round. So yeah, you've got to be careful of this stuff. And yeah, but luckily it's all fixed now. And South West Water has confirmed that Chantel will be offered a full leakage allowance to cover the bill. There's a leakage allowance? There you go. So always keep your eye on your bills, because you never know what might happen. It might be an indicator that your house is leaking. Right, what else have we got? Meanwhile, let's go to Czechoslovakia. Right. And one football club has got a new signing. Right. This is a third tier club, FK Ústí nad Labem, right, have signed this chap, Martin Pojaski, who's 22. Here he is. As you can see, he's a fine figure of an athlete. Yeah. However, it's been described as the weirdest transfer ever, because he's a law student and has never played football, right? But he's been made captain because his father paid a 500,000 koruna, which is about £17,500, for him to join the club. And apparently he's more familiar with FIFA, the video game, than the actual football game. And yeah, the law student replaced the club's third team captain, and this has shocked players and fans. But yeah, but even though he's registered with the Czech Republic's Football Association, he will make his debut, which will last for only 10 minutes, and join the team at their training session. So I don't know if he's going to be a permanent, The club chairman, Premizi Kuban, said he doesn't play football, only FIFA on the computer. However, I don't see 500,000 Czech koruna rolling on the floor every day. If someone gives me this type of money, I'll let anyone join. Top bloke. So there you go. If you want to join a football club, go to Czechoslovakia. Right, here we go. It's an animal story for today. We got anything else? Anything else? Can't do that one. That's Kanye West and his missus. Can't show the pictures, can you really? Did you see him in Venice where she was playing Kanye's flute? Yeah. That's why I can describe it. Anyway, where are we? Are there any funny ones? Are there any more funny ones? Oh, here we go. Top TV news here. And I'm often I'm often making him the butt of the joke, but he likes it. Philip Schofield, right? The Philip Schofield scandal is going to be made into what they reckon is described as a jaw-dropping TV drama series. Yeah. Apparently, because he had an affair with a runner, right? And was cheating on his wife. And that's why he came out. The tryst was supposedly secret for years. It's funny, everyone knew about it. It was the biggest rumour ever. And again, he paid lots of people, lots of injunctions. That'll be interesting. The working title is going to be called The Runner. There you go. And the production company that's making the show, developing the show, is hoping that Channel 4 might pick it up. Because I doubt if ITV want to show it. Who are they going to get to play Philip Schofield? They could get Philip Schofield to play it, couldn't they? Here he is. There's old Pip. Funny thing is I always thought he was gay. I didn't know he was married until it came out that he was gay and he was married. I thought he was. I just thought, like Andy Peters, I thought he was gay. Yeah? Got a problem with that. It's a surprise. So I'm shocked. But anyway, do you want to watch Philip Schofield's story exposed in The Runner? Leave a comment in the comment box below. Don't worry, you never do. You never do. Never do. And they never do. Oh dear, it's the Libyan. Oh, it's footage of what they did. They're describing it as the Libyan tsunami, and again, it's not too good footage. Waiting for it to cycle around. This is from Derna, but it shows you the intensity of the flood water. 1 minute the streets a little bit rainy, and then Yamo, 25 seconds I reckon, and 20,000 are dead. Just shocking, absolutely shocking, as the dams were breached. What else have we got? Seems to be it on there. We might have a few. I can have a look in the funny folder. It is Friday after all, isn't it? It is Friday. Architectural news. Let's go to Monks Eaton High School in Whitley Bay, North Tyneside. Does Brendan live up there? Brendan, he doesn't watch anymore. Mr. Nude, I've scared him off. But yeah, at Monks Eaton High School, they looked at the school from the air on Google Earth, right? And it's I'm gonna show you. When people saw it, because again, this is one of those things that when you see it, you can't unsee it, right? And yeah, share out the screen. Share out the screen what you think it looks like. On the count of three, ready? 1, 2, 3. I think we can still do that joke, can't we? Yeah, it looks like a giant sperm. And of course, this has brought much mirth to the denizens of the internet. It's funny, isn't it? But yeah, they've decided it. Looks really strange. Isn't that odd? Meanwhile, we've been talking about shoplifters, isn't it? Meanwhile, in West London, this happened last month, right? Asda in Hayes, in West London, we've got a shoplifter, and you could say, oh, there's an advert. There's always an advert. Just just fill in whilst the advert plays. But yeah, you could say the shoplifter got a good hiding. Come on, play the video. Oh, that won't play the video. I knew this was a bad idea. I'll try that again. And if you play that blooming advert again, I'll be most annoyed. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. They're in the right. Oh, come back. Having a right old time. And the pensioner intervenes by ramming him with a trolley. That's how you do it. Get him with the trolley. But yeah, I'm sure Sid James was there having a good laugh in the background. There you go. That's how you deal with shoplifters. Hit them with a shopping trolley. Yeah. And we have an update. Do you remember Hans Niemann, the chess master? Do you remember him? Who's this fella here? He was accused of using remote-controlled anal beads to cheat at chess. Do you remember? Right. I reckon that he used a sex toy to receive wireless signals and give him an advantage against world champion Magnus Carlsen. Well, he's been cleared. He's been cleared of the charges. And but yeah, everyone's moved on. We're not going to talk about the anal beads anymore, and he can carry on his career. It's quite funny. Meanwhile, there was we're going to Poland. Right, Poland's got oh, didn't want that. I wanted to. Went to Poland, right? And Poland, I've got one of those talent shows. What's it called? It's called Twoja Twarz Brzmi Znajoma, which means it's your face sounds familiar. And they got some footage of this fella doing. He's doing Kendrick Lamar. Look, what do you think? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Kendrick Lamar. The only problem is Kuba Smazowski, who was doing Kendrick Lamar, looks like this. Yeah, he blacked up for it. Apparently, he wasn't the only one. There was a couple of them on that show, who did it. Paula Konsciarz, who looks. Have we got a picture of her? Who looks? Oh no! I just want to see the picture. Here we go. Who looks like this? Apparently, did Beyonce? I haven't got the pictures of that. Excuse me. Just dog food, nothing good. So yeah, on Polish TV, blacking up, still a thing. It's a different world, isn't it? It's a different world out there. I think I've lowered the tone enough. So we'll end now. I'm going to end because I wore myself out. We're going to Restaurant owner and fisherman Mike Wickham, him and his partner Amanda Tolbert, were cruising along the Bighorn River in Montana when they saw a 20-inch brown trout. And he was determined to catch it. And he caught it. He caught the trout. And he said, take a picture, will you? Take a picture of the trout. So he was steadying himself, and then this happened. Yeah, the trout made a jump for it. And I like the look of the dog's face. He's like, what the? And he's like, I'm out of here. He's gone. A real life flipper. There you go. And that brings us to the end. So, Finn. That was that. That was just terrible. That was a really bad one today, wasn't it? It was really, really bad. Is there anybody in? Is there anybody out there? 7 people in. Andrew's in. He says, hello, I'm in. He says, I go to Tesco's and their loyalty card is a rip-off. Plane's in. He says, rare we hear of Morning Has Broken used as a weapon. I didn't know it was a racist song. It's a new one on me. Payne says, scientists with nothing better to do during lunch measure crisps for a laugh. The only McCoy's are crisps, indeed. Again, irritating crisps. It's only irritating if you're, I don't know, eating them at a funeral, I would imagine. And of course, at the cinema. Andrew says, I always drive as fast as I can. Dog cam. I think we can, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. You ready? Dog cam. Dog cam. And that's that. G-Man says, how do you do? I'm hacked off. Facebook has suspended my account for no reason at all. It's been acting strange the last few weeks. And now this. Wow, what? How? What did it do? Have you got any reason? Have you got enemies? Because that would probably be the reason. But then I've had posts that have been deemed spam when I've been entering competitions on Facebook, and I've had to appeal. And I know you can get put into Facebook jail for that, but I don't know what you can do, because once you're kind of out, you're out, aren't you? It's a tricky one. I've only ever fallen foul of Facebook jail and things like that, and sharing photos that, and they go, no, that's got nudity in it. Oh, breaking news, he says, I just found a workaround of my suspension. I'm back on Facebook. Excellent. Good one, G-Man. Do you follow me on the Facebook? Or are we friends on the Facebook? Just say yes, because I don't recognise who you are. I don't recognise you other than G-Man. I know you from Twitter or X. Anyway, I'm going to do the advert again. I've got a big box of CDs. A huge box of CDs I need to sell, he says. In fact, I can illustrate because I posted. I've got pictures. I got pictures too. Where I posted a picture because I sent some CDs out. If you've ordered a CD, they're out today. They've gone in the post, and I need you people, you lovely people out there, to help me sell all these. All right, I need you all to go and buy one. Right, because I've got to pay a Mr. Bartley card because I spent a fortune, and it's always a gamble because people don't buy so many CDs now anyway. But if you go to I'll start it so I'll finish. If you go to darrenlock.bandcamp.com/merch, yes, the merch, you can buy some lovely CDs, and I scribble all over them for free, and sometimes I even draw little doodles in. Don't get that with rock stars. You get doodles with me. So yeah, please give me your money, please, because I've spent so much money. I don't think I'm even halfway to paying off the cost of those CDs. It was a terrible, terrible mistake. G-Man, he's revealed his hack. He said, I changed my profile pic, then that happened. Well, there you go. So anyway, glad you got your account back. Yeah, that was the news. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You've got to drink it up. Have a good weekend. Ta-ta.